Hi, welcome to Jackie Burns Creations. Today we have a Rustic Wednesday, but on a Saturday. Our hosts today are Shabby meets Bling and Repurpose My Way. Check these ladies out, they're fantastic. So my Rustic is cigar boxes. I got these at an estate sale and I thought it'd be fun to remake. I've got quite a few, so I'm going to have a lot of fun remaking these. I'm going to make them into a shabby chic. Now, the paint I've got is Vintage Pink. It's Debi's Design Diary DIY in collaboration with Jimmy Ray Vintage. It doesn't look real pink, but it has a nice hint of it. So I jump right in there and I am painting the cigar boxes. Love this paint. It's made with a clay base and it's actually very safe to use, no fumes. Debi's even drank some of these paints to show you how safe they are. Not tasting great, but they work. So anyway, I get the cigar box all painted, and I was thinking, I don't know if I'm going to do the inside. And then I decide, yeah, just do the inside, lady. You're a professional. Make it look professional. Sometimes I just get lazy. Boy, I have been lately. So many projects I could be doing, but somebody give me a suggestion. So it took about almost 4 coats because the colors on the cigar box are so bright. The second cigar box I painted is called Provincial. And look how kind of orange it looks until I got it all. And it was a brand new can. I'd not used it before. So it took me a while to get it mixed up nicely because you have to bring the clay off the bottom and mix it in well. And all the colors mix in really nice. But in the end, it has a really nice brown to it. I can't really say, I don't know, it just looks provincial. But look how much that color changed. Well, this time I'm starting on the inside. I'm getting the inside out of the way. So I hope everybody's cold is starting to settle down a little bit since January's over. I hope we don't have too bad of a February or March. In Nevada, we haven't had a really cold winter at all. It's only been a few days that have been chilly. Nights got down in the 20s and the days maybe got in the 40s, but other than that, it's been quite pleasant. So I have these little strips. They came in strips like this from a place called Paper-loloyaya, stationary scrapbooking supplies. And I saw them online, and I thought I'll try them, and I bought kind of a bundle, and I really like it. They've got quite a few different things in there. Scrapbook papers, and these little little, I don't know, trims that go around the side. So now I'm just going over the top. Yeah, they got some, a few wrinkles in them, but that's what's nice about shabby chic. You can have wrinkles. It's funny in the camera that vintage pink looks almost a beige, but it's not. The pink flowers work really nicely with it. So I'm just putting this little trim around the whole outside. I like the way it has like a lace almost on the edges. I have to check into this Paper-loloyaya and see what more they have. I'll put it in the description. So what I'm using to put it on is the DIY liquid patina. It's like it's just like a decoupage medium. It has a matte look to it. Okay, so I am putting down paper towels because I'm going to do some resin, and I'd rather have the resin stick to the paper towels than... I guess it might come off my glass, but paper towels are better. So I'm using different molds. Some are from Temu, some of them are from IOD, Iron Orchid Designs. And I mixed up one batch to go into this lady's face. The resin I use is called Amazing Casting Resin. And I had leftover, so I poured it into this little one. It's cute. It's two little kitties sitting like in some flowers. I'll use it for another time. And while I'm pouring resin, I decided I'll pour a few other things. And I always like to pour extra because then I can keep it on hand. One of these days I'm going to get my rear in gear and just go through and pour all kinds of pieces. Now, I love the resin, and I love this because it cures so fast. Regular resin, it takes about 24 hours to cure. This is really cool, and I just found some in black, and I found some in tan. I'd never seen the tan before, and the black I've seen, but I haven't used it. And I did use some clear at Christmas, and it's amazing. It cures so fast, and you can watch in the camera and see how fast it goes. This all turns white. So I decided, well, I'm going to mix up some more. Yep, that's the last of that one. I thought I had some more, but I guess I'll end up trying the black and the tan. Just while I'm sitting here waiting for it to cure, I might as well pour some more. And when you're using the resin, in any resin, you have to use equal parts. There's always an A and there's always a B. And once you mix it, you always mix it until it gets clear. And this kind, the Amazing Casting, you have to go fast. You don't overmix it, and you have to go fast because it cures fast. I thought I'd do some of these cloches that were IOD. They were really pretty. You can use them all. I used them at Christmas, and you can use them all year long. They're so cool. And this is a lock and key set. It's got some escutcheons with keyholes in them, and it's got some keys. It's really a pretty set. I'd only used a little bit of it before. Now, I do like clay. I mean, it's good, especially if you're going to put it on a surface where you need it to like round corners or you need to shape it to a certain shape. But on the things I was doing today, I didn't need to do that. And here we go, watching it cure. I get impatient. I think the best time to probably pour some of the regular resin would be at night, just before you go to bed. And that way it can sit. Unless you've got a place where you can put it all the time. Now a lot of people use heating pad type things made for resin, and I've seen also little hoods that are like kind of like the nail ones where you get the UV light where you cure in your fingernails. Well, you can cure the resin. I've never tried doing that. I do have a heating pad thing, but I haven't used it yet. And as I'm cleaning, I am finding things I didn't know I had. Things are looking much better. They're looking up in here. Just tapping it to feel if it's done yet. But then I can see the edges aren't quite done. Slowly getting the garage that's still unpacked. And I signed up for Whatnot. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's a selling platform. And I've been on there ever since I started with buying, but I'd not sold before. And so I finally got on there the other day. And I've got my first show scheduled for Monday, but I don't know. I feel like I'm not ready. But I guess the best thing to do is just jump in there and do it. But I've got to read how you adjust for the weight and everything like that. So if you're on Whatnot, check me out. I'll be selling like some of my things I make. I will be selling some jewelry. I will be selling some vintage items. Okay, here's Our Lady. Yeah, I trying to decide whether I wanted to do Whatnot or just sell on YouTube or what else was my choice? Marketplace. But Marketplace, you don't get as much money as you need. I wouldn't be selling my crafts for that much. I don't think $25 is that much to pay for things. At Christmas, I sold some of the icicles, and I was asking 10 a piece for them. I don't think that was that bad. The reason I'm doing it is because I just get overwhelmed with all the projects I get done. It's like, yeah, some I want to keep, but where am I going to put them all? And I give some away, and people are probably sick of them. So the paint I'm using is Crafter's Collection White Metallic. It's an acrylic paint, and I got it at Michael's. No, I got it at Hobby Lobby. I was thinking it was one of the name brands, but maybe it is. I like the shine it gives it. And then I'll be doing some more layering on top of the paint. The borders I had already poured, I think around Christmas time, and I had them in my stash. Here's one of the escutcheons. So now I am going to glue that on the front over the border, and I'm going to glue the borders on. And I would have put the borders all the way around, but the lady's head takes up too much room. That little bird on her shoulder. And the other little bird just wasn't quite there. So what I did was I put these little birds that are in flowers, I put them on the inside. Then I put the little bird in there, the other little bird in there, and then I'm putting the key in there and the little bird standing on it. So the key's hiding. Sometimes I make up goofy little stories to myself when I'm making things. It's a secret love box with all the secret love letters inside of it. Now I'm using DIY wax. This is dark, and I love this wax. It is so... I have had this little jar, and I don't have a big jar. I've got a little jar, and I've had it for probably a couple of years now, and it's only a 4-ounce, and it is fantastic. It's just like butter. So I put it on everywhere, and you can see how it's making the details come out. Look how pretty that is with the metallic white. Now I'm just going to smear it all over the box, and then I will wipe it off. Wax on, wax off. Doing the inside, and that way you get a little more. You can tell what the bird with the flowers is because you get a little more detail. Now I've got a stamp pad with gold, and I'm just going over the top of it, just gently. So you can't see it that much in the video, but it stands out. It looks pretty. And then I decided I'm going to go around the edges, so I just kind of went around the edges with it. So we're almost done with our box to hold our secret romantic letters. Now I was trying to figure out what paper I wanted to put on this cigar box. It is holding our secret jewelry given to us from somebody special. So I thought this one was really lovely with the lettering and the birds and the flowers and the butterflies and all of it. And this is part of the Paper-loloyaya. Love saying that name. Just putting it on with the liquid patina. Smoothing it to get the wrinkles out. I'm a mess. Look at my fingernails. Ugh, I need to go get them done so bad. I need to get my hair cut. Okay, I'm over January. January's always been the most depressing month for me. It's not as bad being in southern Nevada as it was being in the cold and the snow and the dark and the dreary. Still not missing it. I can go out on a 50-degree day without a coat and go, ooh, nice. But I see people around here with heavy coats on. If the wind's blowing, it's chilly, but most of the time it's just lovely. Okay, now I found one of these little tags that I thought, oh, I'll put this on the cloche. And I'm just using the decoupage medium, and take my super duper glue gun and I'm sticking it on. You say, why are you sticking it on the side? Well, because I want you to be able to see the butterflies in there, and I want you to be able to see the birds and the flowers. Okay, handy dandy finger sander and getting the sides off. I've often said whoever came up with that idea to sand those sides was a genius. Sometimes I wonder who these crafters are that figured these things out, because they sure have saved all of us a lot of work. Yeah, I'm taking that gold pad and I'm just going around the edge. I was going across the bottom of the cloche, and then it just wasn't quite working, so I got out the gold paint and started painting it. And I might have to make a blue in that color in the background and go over the white part on the cloche. So I'm painting the base of the cloche. And that gold is Deco Art's Dazzling Metallics metallic acrylic paint, and it's called Glorious Gold. It's a nice one. I got that one at Hobby Lobby too. So doesn't that look better? And then I decided, well, there's kind of these little strips on the box, and I thought, oh, I'm going to make a border, and I'm going to paint that in gold. So I went around the whole box and painted the border strips gold. Oh, I just had an idea. You know, it'd be really cool if I take those upholstery tacks and cut them off somewhat and put those on some of the border strips. Oh my gosh. I always think of things after I'm done, but I can still go back and do it. These would be good boxes for holding some of the jewelry I'm selling. Got some really pretty pieces, some Navajo pieces and some gemstone pieces. Then I've got some plain old costume jewelry. So I just went around the edge really slightly, and now I'm using the dark wax. Now when you use the dark wax, oh, here we are, we're at the end. I'm showing you the final product. Didn't that come out pretty? And I love the little bird on her shoulder. And here's the close one. Well, I appreciate you all dropping in to watch, and slowly but surely the subscribers are building up. So go ahead and share this video and maybe I can get some more. Thanks for stopping by.